So today, unlike our last sandbox video, kind of boring, I know, but this time we want to talk about a little more serious matter.
Yes.
So, me and my friends, we have created a petition long back.
Not too long, but yeah.
A few months ago. So, there is a place in Indonesia called Surabaya Zoo. It harms and abuses animals.
We'll show you some pictures later.
And a lot of information, but for now we'll tell you how to get to the site and how to sign it. Okay, so the website's name is Change. Okay, well, I've visited the site many times, but if you haven't, it's change.org, as you can see at the top.
It really helps if you can sign because we really want to close down the zoo.
Yeah, save all these animals, and you'll see why at the end. We'll put a little more information in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you want to log in. You can either log in with Facebook, create your own account in this, or you can log in with Google. I think I'm gonna log in with Google, and I'm gonna cut quickly,
and we'll be
right back. Okay, so we're back. If you're wondering what those black boxes were, that was just to protect our privacy and our emails.
Yes.
So
just ignore that.
Yeah. So right now you want to search up close Surabaya Zoo. It was already an option there. We've searched this so many times, so many takes. Surabaya, as you can see, is spelled Surabaya. Simple and R after every letter except for S and U. Now all you're gonna do is hit that red magnifying glass, or should be the second option. It will be all highlighted.
Yes.
The title
with the bear on top.
Yeah. So the bear picture is actually more disturbing if you see the full thing. But as you can see, the picture in our petition got cut off. So as you can see, 338 people have already signed, which is great. Last time I checked, there were much less. Maybe I was in 320-ish people. So thank you for all the people that have signed this petition. And I don't even know all of these people. So thank you, anyone who has signed this petition. So usually over here, you see it take next step. Normally it would say sign the petition, but I have already signed it or created it. So all you gotta do is after you sign it, if you want, you can press take next step. We'll explain that in a second.
Okay, so now I'm going to read the description. In Surabaya Zoo, animals are getting harmed and abused, being underfed, skinned, hung, and enclosed in small spaces. Because nobody cares about the animals and because there's so much litter, the animals eat the litter and die. People still go to the zoo knowing all of this because it's cheap. End animal cruelty in this zoo now by signing this petition.
I know you'd be like, that's a little extravagant, end animal cruelty now. But I think you'll understand a little more when we show a little more information at the end. Just wait. Okay, so you can press take next step over here. And it'll say, yes, I'll chip in $2. We don't really need anyone to chip in. Or you can press no, I'll share instead. And then you can either share it on Facebook, send a Facebook message, tweet followers, connect to Gmail, send an email, or what I always do, copy link so you can just paste it anywhere.
Anything is fine.
Yeah, you can copy it as many times as you want. Okay, so now we'll be clipping to the information slideshow, which will be very short. Okay,
so this is the informational slideshow.
Yep, and, it says, like humans, animals feel pain too. Surabaya Zoo by blank, black box. So there's an image in the background, but for some reason it's not showing. That's okay. How they're supposed to live, what is it? That is the first thing. I know there isn't a bullet point, makes it confusing, but yeah. All of these are different chapters. Bullet point or no bullet point. So the next one's monkeys, pelicans, giraffes, tigers/lions, bears, elephants, penguins, other facts about Surabaya Zoo, how you can help, conclusions, and credits. And we're not going to cover anything too deep. We're just reading everything. So, here's the background now. What is it? Surabaya Zoo is in Indonesia. This zoo is known for abusing and hurting the animals here, and it does not run on much money, so it can't feed its animals. Why, you may ask? Well, that's a good question, because there is no answer. There is no reason to hurt these poor animals, and you cannot run a zoo with no money. The worst part is, people actually go and see them. How are they supposed to live? Look at how free and healthy these animals look.
How they are supposed to live. Normal zoo animals should live in places that are similar to their natural environment, and they should have glass protection so people can see them and they can see everyone. They should be treated properly and they should be fed well. They should have lots of space to move around and should be able to have some freedom. Look at how cute that monkey is and how happy they look. I know, it's super cute.
Yeah, so this slideshow feels like it's made by 6-year-olds. It is not. Monkeys. Monkeys at the Surabaya Zoo are locked in small cages. Some of the monkeys, which are kept in a cage measuring 10 by 12 meters, were also seen competing to grab peanuts from visitors who apparently fed them just for amusement. These monkeys need more space and more feeding. Pelicans. These happy birds became sad in the zoo. There are many pelicans there, and they're all shoved into a tiny little cage. One time, a news reporter came and asked, why was the bird's cage so small? The person that worked there and that was being interviewed said, that's all the room they need.
Giraffes. The state of the zoo animals came to the worldwide attention following the death of a giraffe in 2012 that was found with no less than 20 kilograms of plastic bags in its stomach. They had blown into the enclosure and the keepers had not bothered to pick it up. Giraffes. 2 weeks ago, a giraffe named Kluwan had died, found with a 40-pound wad of plastic sitting inside its stomach. It had been eating whatever it could find, which was trash thrown in by the visitors that the employees did not bother to pick up.
Lions and tigers. Lions and tigers are being abused in the zoo. Their cages are not clean. They themselves are not very hygienic. They're underfed and very skinny. Like in this picture, this zoo is not feeding any of their animals, not just tigers. They don't even let the animals go in the wild. Tigers continued. One of the rarest tigers was living in Surabaya Zoo. After not being fed, it died. Hurting animals is not a hobby. Don't make it one. Animals have feelings like us, so we should treat them well. There was a picture of a lion being hung by a rope, but we really don't want to show that in this video. But you can always search it up, and it will be there. It is very sad.
Bears. So this is the picture of the bear that was in our petition. As you can see, it's not good. The bear is very hurt. Bears are normally harmless creatures, but hurting any animal is cruel. One of the main reasons is for meat and for clothing. And yes, people eat bear meat. And its fur is used for jackets and clothing. As I said earlier, these bears were skinned and underfed. Unfortunately, people still go and visit these places. Bears continued. According to media reporters, people urged the authorities to close Surabaya Zoo after bears were recorded on video begging for food from visitors. This is awful because as a zoo, the responsibility is to feed and take care of the animals. Begging for food is definitely not a good sign.
Elephants. In Indonesia, there's a zoo that abuses all animals. This zoo also hurts elephants. They don't even feed them. Why open a zoo if you don't feed them? The elephants get so skinny. Stand up for animal rights. An endangered Sumatran elephant has become the latest animal to die in Surabaya Zoo.
It's so skinny.
It doesn't even look like an elephant.
Yeah.
Elephants too. This business has still been going on. even though all other zoos are closed. The animals are getting hurt by the zoo, even though there is a global pandemic.
Penguins. Penguins don't belong in hot climates because they like the cold. They will be very uncomfortable and hot, plus they won't be used to this. Animals in their non-native habitat will have a very hard time surviving.
Yeah, and I'm a penguin lover, so this
Both
will
of
be
us
the
are.
hardest. Other facts about Surabaya Zoo. Normally, animal cages in zoos will have glass walls and grass or other things that match the animals' habitats. But in Surabaya Zoo, they are kept in small metal cages. Sadly, they are also chained up.
Reviews. Many people review the zoo. Their opinions are very diverse. Many people like the zoo because it's cheap. Yes, you heard me. Cheap. Just because it's cheap does not mean it's a good zoo. Here's a review. Good place, very cheap for family gathering. Anonymous. Here's another review that's actually true. I've never been to this place, but it's a mess. You guys need to shut this place down. Anonymous. You see, just because a place is cheap does not mean it's a good place. This is a horrible place.
Reviews. Here's another review. This zoo is not good. It must be closed down now. Animals are not living their lives. They're being chained up. Here's a photo of how they treat their animals.
You can see they have things around their legs.
Yeah. You see, the poor elephant's feet were chained up. That made marks and cuts on the foot. This is really wrong. You shouldn't keep animals trapped like this. How you can help? Tell people about this madness going on at zoos across the world, not just Surabaya Zoo. Convince them to believe that animals should be treated equally. Animals feel pain just like we do. Note to self. Animals are not things just to eat or to make clothes out of. They're also living things, so we should treat animals well. Just because you are not an animal does not mean you should treat animals badly. Conclusion.
Now that you've read all these information and slides about the animals, what do you think you could do to make this better? Help us protest against the animal cruelty, not only the Surabaya Zoo, but all the other places that hurt animals.
So as you can see, a lot has happened at the zoo, and we would really like to shut it down and save all of these poor animals. Every creature on this list lives in the zoo and is being harmed. Thank you for watching this video. And please think about signing this petition
please.
and save these poor animals from this horrible zoo.
Yeah, when you sign this petition, it'll help us get closer and closer to reaching our goal and close down the Surabaya Zoo.
Yep, all this support you give us by just watching our videos helps us. We'll get so many more signatures by just posting this.
Yeah.
And by you watching, that means the animals are thanking you for just getting to the end of this video.
Okay.
So
yeah.
bye guys!